asylum seeker that was supposed to be deported stayed in the country and raped a 10-year-old Irish girl that was in state care. As you can see, things are massively kicking off here. There's probably well over 1,000 protesters.
How do you feel about the news today about this young girl being raped?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. It's absolutely disgusting and it shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't be here. They need to be deported, the lot of them.
Any kids yourself?
I have no kids, but if I have animals and if anyone touched my animal, my God, there'd be war.
According to reports, an illegal migrant from Africa has sexually assaulted a 10-year-old girl at a migrant hotel in Ireland. As a result, last night, patriots protested outside of the hotel where the sexual assault took place. First, I'll tell you the full story behind it, and then we'll look at the backlash and the response from the Irish people. This is the story regarding the sexual assault, and this is actually the hotel. It is the Citywest Hotel, which is a government-funded migrant hotel in Dublin. Now, the story goes, a 10-year-old girl taken by Tulsa into state care are allegedly raped by an asylum seeker in the grounds of the Citywest IPAS centre. Paul Healy reports in the Irish Mirror that Gardaí are investigating the alleged rape of a little Irish girl by an asylum seeker at a Dublin hotel housing IPAS applicants. The 10-year-old Irish girl is alleged to have been sexually assaulted by a foreign national male who is understood to be from Africa. The incident is alleged to have occurred on the grounds of the Citywest Hotel in Dublin on Monday morning, not inside the building. I just need to apologise before I continue this story. I've actually got builders on my roof. My roof is being changed on my house and they're smashing the roof off. So I apologise if there's a little bit of banging in the background, but I will try to continue this video as smoothly as possible. Officers were alerted to the scene where they discovered the young child who is understood to be in the care of TUSLA, the state's child and family agency. Sources say the young girl who was being in care was not housed at the hotel, and investigators are working to establish how she ended up there. Gardaí are probing whether the suspect was living at the property, which was recently purchased by the government to specifically house asylum seekers. The suspect who was arrested at the scene is understood to be an IPAS applicant himself. Gardaí are questioning the suspect while the child is receiving care following the shocking incident, which occurred on a site that houses IPAS applicants. TUSLA are understood to be aware of the incident and have been contacted for comment. So in a nutshell, a 10-year-old girl who is under the care of the Irish government has been sexually assaulted inside of a migrant hotel funded by the Irish government. As a result, this has caused a massive backlash, and last night there was a protest outside of the hotel.
Ireland belongs to the Irish! Here at the protest at Citywest Hotel, where a migrant, an asylum seeker that was supposed to be deported, stayed in the country and raped a 10-year-old Irish girl that was in state care. As you can see, things are massively kicking off here. There's probably well over 1,000 protesters. Unfortunately, this isn't the first crime we've seen like this, even in the last year or two. So things are really reaching a boiling point here.
In this clip, we can actually see police stationed protecting a migrant hotel, and Irish protesters were throwing projectiles at the police and the hotel. So in my experience when it comes to reporting on mass immigration, you know, after looking at the different countries, I would probably say that Ireland has suffered the worst mass immigration in the entire world. And not only that as well, the government, they are pouring shitloads of money into mass immigration. And what you're seeing here, this is just their frustration. This is just hundreds of years of oppression from the Irish government and from people who've tried to oppress the Irish people. This is years and years of mass immigration, the rapes, the murders, the attacks, the destruction of Irish communities. This is literally just all of that being projected onto the police, and this is just being released by the Irish people because they've literally had enough. Mass immigration in Ireland is also having a massive negative impact on local communities, because what we're seeing is Irish locals being evicted, their houses being demolished, and then brand new IPAS migrant accommodations being rebuilt. So essentially we're seeing entire Irish communities replaced with illegal migrants. And in this video, a young girl reveals that she's being evicted from her accommodation because they're going to demolish it and replace it with migrant accommodations.
Shannon.
You local woman here.
I've been living in Britain for the last 8 years, and it's been taken away to be built as an IPAS centre. There's already been 28 houses built, and they're looking to come to our house next to knock it down.
And it has Crooksling there as well.
We're close enough to Crooksling right there, yeah. So we're going to
It was a nursing home.
So, sorry?
It was a nursing home.
It was, and we're going to lose our homes, and I'm there 8 years. There's people there more than 8 years. It's an absolute disgrace. We haven't been given a letter, a told anything. They just keeping quiet. But it's been confirmed as an IPAS centre up in Britain.
How do you feel about the news today about this young girl being raped?
Unbelievable. It's absolutely disgusting, and it shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't be here. They need to be deported, the lot of them.
Any kids yourself?
I have no kids, but if I have animals, and if anyone touched my animal, my God.
Now, recently, Conor McGregor also touched on the situation of mass immigration, particularly how it affects Irish families and Irish children. And in a recent interview with Nick Shirley, he spoke about why he stepped down for his run for Irish president, but he also spoke about the problems that Irish families and Irish children are facing. And if you hurt the Irish people, you will face dire consequences.
I didn't step down, I stepped aside. And I done so to highlight even more the undemocratic process that is taking place in Ireland. When McGregor rolls through, it's a circus. So there's some valuable candidates, some good speaking candidates with good points, with no baggage. I may have a bit of baggage at the minute. And they still didn't get in.
And what will happen if changes are not made in Ireland? What will happen to the Irish people?
The rumblings of an earthquake will happen for the Irish people, and that is what has happened. You won't go against the Irish people, the Irish family, or the Irish child without facing dire consequences. So that's what those people who are trying to stop me didn't realise, and they should have. I was actually looking out for them also. And that's it.
Now, Conor McGregor does have a checkered past. He has a lot of apostrophes next to his name, but it was actually him that brought mass immigration in Ireland to my attention. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have heard about it. And Conor McGregor has been one of the main precursors of mass immigration. He's been promoting this situation. He's been telling the world that Ireland has a big problem with mass immigration. And as I say, mass immigration is a massive problem in Ireland at the moment. I know about this situation because I'm constantly researching. And as I say, Ireland is probably suffering the worst mass immigration in the world. The amount of IPAS centres that are being built, the amount of brand new accommodations and apartments that are being built housing hundreds of illegal migrants. Then you've got the campsites, the IPAS campsites where they're bringing thousands of illegal migrants every year. Then you've got the campsites in the streets where migrants are camping out who are homeless. You know, there's just so many migrant accommodations and hotels in Ireland, and the government are pumping tons and tons of money into it, and it's clearly having a negative impact on Ireland. It's pretty much destroying Ireland. A lot of beautiful country resorts are being destroyed. You know, a lot of communities are being destroyed. A lot of children are being harmed. A lot of women are being raped, and people are feeling unsafe in their community. And this is majorly due to mass immigration, which is basically being funded by the government. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing. And I just want to apologize for the banging. As I say, they are builders on my roof, fixing my roof, and that's why you can hear banging.